Hello everybody, this is a video on hip joints intelligence. So we need to move gently, intentionally in our hip and pelvic joints here, because that is where we make sure that we're able to protect our knees especially. And I'm going to show you a few ways on how you can fold from the hip joints intentionally and avoid pushing your knees forward. Have your hands at the hip joints, which is right in the middle of your bikini or suspender line here. Feel it folding in. So if you look at it from the side, you have to keep your spine straight. As a result of the folding in of the hip joints, your knees will bend. Note that the knees are not pushing itself forward. That's not bending the knee. It bends because it yields to the folding of the hip joints. That is the distinction. I have my hand on my head here just to show you that it needs to be in line with the spine. See if you can bring your pelvis down lower. Really stretching out your inner thigh, reaching your tailbone lower to the ground, but the knees do not go over the toes. If it does, it means you probably need a wider stance here. It might be a little bit more painful to do, yes, very sore, I understand that. But it's absolutely necessary to release all the tight tissues around the hip joints, because only when tightness is released can the hips find its own intelligence. Make sure to keep your spine as straight as possible. Stand on both feet equally so that you fold from the hips equally on both sides. Spread out your arms to make sure they are in line with the shoulders and start to rotate your spine and your pelvis. The spine initiates the movement. The pelvis just moves as a result. As you do this, make sure that the head is moving in line with the chest and the spine. Not too far ahead, not too much, not too fast. You should feel your chin, your throat, your neck in line with your sternum, your head, shoulders moving together. As a result, your pelvis just moves along. Keeping both arms in line with the shoulders. We don't want the arms to go up and down. We want them to be stable, supported by the muscles under our ribs, as well as our upper back. Spread out your arms to find balance and then bring one leg to cross from the back, folding from the hip joints. This way you're going deeper into a hip release. So lift the back heel, fold from the hip joints. As you come up, step equally at the center and go again on the other side. Keep your arms as straight as possible and make sure they don't move up and down. Keeping it in line with the shoulders, upper body still. The core is doing a lot of the stabilizing work here. And your legs just cross over, folding from the hips gradually with greater ease. Let the joints find its way in the movement. And we're back to folding from the hips to open up equally on both sides, stretching the inner thigh. Again, make sure that the knees don't go over your toes. Reach your pelvis and your tailbone down towards the floor here. See if you can bring your pelvis down towards the floor a little bit more this time, or stand on a wider stance. Keep your spine as straight as possible. And now have your arms straight out and turn your body to one side, followed by the other. Note that as you turn the body to the right, the left heel lifts. And of course, the left leg bends. The pelvis and the spine move along. As you rotate the body to the left, the right heel lifts, the right leg bends, and the spine and the pelvis rotate along. Note that the arms should stay still. They are only following the movement, but they don't move in itself. It is moved by the rotation of the spine. Now see if you can rotate a little bit more. Look directly sideways to the back as you turn to one side. So as you turn to your right, look directly, exactly to the right side. Same with the left. One important reminder, keep your head and your body in the same height. As you come back to center, don't lose the height. Don't try to stand up or straighten the leg. Now you're going to come back to crossover, folding from the hip, but this time with an added rotation. Centering yourself and cross over to the other side, turning your thoracic spine here. Your pelvis will also move along. Doing all that while keeping your pelvis stable. It will follow the movement a little bit as the spine rotates, but it doesn't lose the direction so much that it stabilizes the legs. No. The arms are a great anchor, anchoring our body in space. It doesn't move. If it moves, then you will feel very unstable. So try to keep your arms in line with your shoulders. Let the body move while the arms give us a sense of direction in space. Keeping the knees soft. And you're going to come down really low, folding from the hip joints till your back knee almost touch the floor. And try to rotate your spine as you do that and look to the side or to the back as much as possible. So this time you're also rotating the pelvis. And see how deep you can go in your hip joint folding. Go all the way down and remember to lift the back heel. You cannot do this if you keep the back heel down. Curl from your toes. Lift the back heel as high as you can. Coming back to standing, and just soften your knee and start to stand with ease here. Interlace your fingers. Side bend your body to one side followed by the other. No need to hold. Just move slightly rhythmically, keeping your palms face up, shoulders down. You can widen your stance, and this way you lengthen out the torso more. As you lengthen out the torso, also look diagonally up, pressing the feet down equally on both sides. We must keep the weight equal on both sides here. Pelvis square. So I might be side bending from one side to another. In any case, my torso is equal. It is not side bending so much that it becomes a curve. It is actually lengthening out with the feeling of equal length on both sides. Keeping the torso straight, arms reaching up to the sky on both sides, spreading your fingers. Arms as straight as possible, torso as straight as possible. You can also feel your ribs lifting, shoulders stay down though. Spread out both arms horizontally, spread out the fingers and all the tight fascia in between each finger, and slowly, slowly bring it down and let it hang by the side with the palms forward. I hope you enjoyed today's mobility routine. Joints intelligence at the hips is essential to our daily movement, to walking, to running, to sitting, or to doing any exercise. It is one part that I feel is not emphasized enough. First is our joints, more so the hip joints. Thank you very much. If you like my content, do like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate very much. And I'll see you very soon in the next video.